coming to you live to share this training on how to create a unique offer that sets you apart from your competition. The training itself is exactly what I share with my client. If you don't have a unique offer, even if you have an offer, but you'd like it to stand out a bit more, set you apart from your competition a little bit more, then this training is for you. Today I'll be sharing exactly how to create something that's really unique to you and that sets you apart, right? Because let's face it, there is a lot of competition. Let me start by saying exactly this is what resulted in my business scaling as fast as it has. I really do put it down to the importance of this thing because we are all brilliant coaches. I have no doubt in my mind about that. And there are so many of us on the internet and we're all kind of saying similar things. And I know we are uniquely different. I get that. Our personalities are different. Who we are is different and all of that. Being authentically ourselves alone is not enough. That will help people to like us perhaps, but our message still needs to also be really, really unique and different because the coaching market is now more and more sophisticated, and I'm going to be talking about that a little bit more as well. What your current situation is and what you'd like to get out of this training. Do you already have an offer? Maybe it's not selling, or perhaps it's doing okay, but you'd love to be able to stand out a little bit more from your competition. And for those of you gorgeous ladies who might be new to my world, I'm Anne Ryan. I'm a business mentor and a money mindset coach, and I help my clients who are mostly coaches and sometimes consultants and course creators to package and position their unique brilliance, right? All of this that I'm talking today is all the things that you have within you. It's just bringing it out onto the surface and into our marketing. I help them to create a unique high ticket offer that practically sells itself. And high ticket is the vehicle to how I help my clients to earn more and work less whilst keeping business super simple. I show my clients how to accelerate their authority so they can take their prospects from cold to sold fast. And I teach them how to implement a very predictable, organic client attraction strategy. They can bring in consistent income month after month. They can do that without needing to run ads. You know, it's entirely organic, without needing a large audience, without doing cold outreach in Messenger and all the things. And all these other strategies, ladies, they work, right? They absolutely work. It's just that that's not what I teach. So if you want to scale your business to multiple six figures in the simplest and most sustainable way, I could be the coach for you to check out. Drop #support. We can connect. There's no obligation to see if we're a good fit. I offer an ROI guarantee. From my perspective, for you to be a good fit, you have to be an action taker. From your perspective, if you are multi-passionate and love having multiple offers and you actually really enjoy creating all the time and being on all the platforms and, you know, you enjoy that. That's great. We've got to do what we love. We've got to do what we enjoy. But I may not be your best coach because I'm all about simplicity and getting the big results whilst keeping business. And I had to figure this out through absolute necessity, right? This wasn't like I came into business going, I only want to work 4 hours. That wasn't how it started. It was what I had to do in order to survive because of my family situation and life and what was going on around me. And then it kind of became my thing, right? It became what I've got better and better and better at because I kind of figured out how to do it. Whilst most business coaches say, they call it a value ladder. You need a low ticket offer, a mid ticket offer, a high ticket offer. I say you just need one offer to get to multiple six figures. I've done it with one offer, 100K months with one offer. So whilst most other business coaches may say, you know, you need to be on all the platforms, you need to post multiple times a day, you've got to be on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok and Clubhouse and all the places. I mean, TikTok is really trending, so, you know, let's do more reels and all the things. I've got to 100K months just being on Facebook. I've literally just started doing research. I'm not saying these other coaches are wrong. I've just figured out a different way. And do you see, as I'm explaining this to you in this training, I'm explaining how I'm different. While some business coaches will say, build your audience, you need a large audience, you need funnels, you need websites, you need to be, writing blog articles, and you need to have Facebook ads and all of these things in order to scale your business. I'm like, no, you just need to follow one simple system to attract clients predictably, and you rinse and repeat to get consistent. This is all about the differences. And I always say, ladies, I always say this because this is the truth. All the other ways work. So if you're doing it the other ways and you love doing it the other ways, you're not doing anything wrong. All the ways work. Yeah, I'm not one to say none of those other ways work. Even cold messaging works. You may not like it, but it works, right? All the ways work. It's just about finding the way that works best for you, yeah? And that's how I position myself and how I'm different. As most of you, or some of you who've been following me for a little while know, I talk about this all the freaking time, over and over and over again. So I'm not talking about 5,600 different things. I'm talking about the same thing. High ticket, simplicity, earning more, working less. They're my kind of core messages. This industry is not saturated, right? It is far from saturated. It's a $10 billion plus industry. There is more than enough work for us all. But the people who are doing this well are the people who are taking the bigger piece of the pie. Not because they're necessarily better coaches or better at whatever it is that they do. They're probably better at marketing. This is where often, it really isn't. Don't get disheartened if your offer is not selling. It's not about you, it's not about your offer, it's probably about your marketing and the message that you're putting out there as well. What makes you unique is you're bringing in the energetics and the spirituality into your interior design business, right? And so that kind of immediately sets you apart from most other interior designers that won't be doing that. I think that's super effective because you have something, you have a very unique message. The key for you is putting that unique message in front of the right audience, right? Because not everyone is going to resonate with that message or align with it, because not everyone who's looking for an interior designer is going to fully resonate with kind of the energetics and spirituality message, right? But that's perfect because it sets you apart. I actually really love working, right? I absolutely love what I do. It never feels like work. I adore spending time with my clients and like going above and beyond to support them and being really responsive and all that sort of thing, because I enjoy it, right? So for me, it is not work. For me, the simplicity part has been just through necessity. I've had to, that's the only way I've been able to kind of manage everything that I have going on in my life, because I have another offline business that's huge. I have a family, I have my kids, I have my parents who are elderly, and I'm their only support as well. And so, for example, I usually work about 4 hours a day. So today I'll be working from about 8 till 12, and this afternoon I'm taking my dad to an appointment, right? And so it makes my life manageable, and I don't feel like I'm letting anyone down, and I've got a really, really simple, sustainable sort of method that's happening. Here's the thing, if the market that we're in feels saturated, the most important thing that we can do is to differentiate ourselves, right? And we want to become known for helping a very specific person to solve a problem. And we do it in a very unique way, a new or a different way, yeah? Not just a better version of what already exists. We just need to make it seem unique. People love new opportunities. They want to find different ways to achieve the change that they haven't been able to achieve already. Yeah. Because as coaches, we are here to help people to change, right? To improve in a particular area or to overcome a particular hurdle. If we've tried something in the past and it hasn't worked, then we are less likely to want to try something similar again, because we're going to be skeptical, we're going to be burnt, we're not going to be willing to try that again. By creating something that is new, that is different, then we are giving people hope. I'm going to give you a health and fitness example, right? And hopefully this will sort of land and make a lot of sense. Because I've talked about business coaching. Nobody wants to know that, this is the sad truth, right? That to lose weight, you have to work harder, you have to diet longer, and you've got to be more disciplined. Nobody wants to know that. Even if that is the truth. Nobody wants to know that. Instead, what gives us hope is to hear it's the carbs that are making us fat or gaining weight, right? It's our metabolism that's the problem. It's our hormones. I'm 52. Facebook has all this information of my age and demographics and all the things. And so if any weight loss ads are presented to me, they are around metabolism and hormones. Yeah, because of my age. And, I get all the stuff around menopause and all those things. Yeah. So intermittent fasting is the secret hack to weight loss. We want to believe there's something new and different and something we haven't tried, that we don't have to work harder, we don't have to, starve ourselves, that it can be easy. And there's this new, different way. It gives us hope. It's not us. We didn't fail. That didn't work for us because it's our metabolism, because it's our hormones, because it's the the stage that we are in life. It's because it's our thyroid. It's because of something else. And look, don't get me wrong, there are genuine health cases that come into weight loss and fitness, and I'm not the expert, I'm not the coach, I'm just talking about this from a marketing angle. We all want hope. We want hope that it's not us, it's not something that we did wrong, it's just that there's a different way and a better way and a newer way, and that is what's going to work. As industries mature, right, like the coaching industry is continuing to mature, it is not saturated, but it is maturing, right? The supply and demand is increasing. The industry, people are so much more sophisticated now and understand coaching than they did 20 years ago, right? Same with the weight loss industry. When the weight loss industry was first kind of marketed, when weight loss, I should say, was first sort of marketed, you could get away with so much less, right? Just the simplest thing, want to lose weight. Want to lose weight was a complete sentence. We did not have to add much more to that, because at the beginning, when the market is not as saturated and there isn't as much competition and there isn't as much supply, there aren't as many coaches who are offering it, there are less coaches, and everyone's like, ooh, weight loss. Yes, I've been, I really wanted to be, to fit in my clothes again, or I really want to be the size that I was in my 20s, or whatever it might be. You can get away with so much less when when the industry that you're in is less sophisticated or less saturated. I'm going to keep using the word saturated, even though it's not saturated. In 2023, the coaching industry is now worth more than $10 billion a year. Yeah, and it's growing. So to set ourselves apart from all our other competition and all the other people who want a piece of this big pie, whilst truly having impact and making a difference and all the things that we desire when we become coaches, we have to sort of think about how we can set our offer apart. And so with every stage of evolution in an industry, we need to get better and better and better at this, right? So like when an industry is new, you can get away with an ordinary claim. As the industry gets a little bit more competition, you need to make a stronger claim. I can help you to lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days. Yeah, that's like, first is, I'll help you lose weight. I'll help you lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days, right? And then as supply and demand increases, the claims need to become stronger. I will help you lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days using intermittent fasting. And then as the industry gets even more competition, then you kind of need to make that even intermittent fasting was new, but then intermittent fasting has now got newer, different solutions. Have you noticed that? There's the 5-2, 5 days and 2 days. There's the 8-16. Now there's the, depending on your age, the numbers change, right? How many hours you need to be fasting and how many days you need to be fasting. And, there are newer and more different versions of intermittent fasting, which is the next stage of saturation, I guess, competition, right? Whatever you want to say. And then the final fifth stage, which is probably where we're at, ladies, today in this coaching industry, is it's not enough to just say, I can help you lose 20 pounds in the next 30 days through a 16-8, my unique 16-8 intermittent fasting method. We need to take it to the next level and add a micro niche. I help single mums, or I help shift workers. So you've got your micro niche nailed, right? So that is awesome. So it's about how to make your way of increasing cash flow and bringing in income sound different to someone else's, right? And that's when you bring in your own methodology, your own unique mechanism, and you potentially name it as well. That's the key. I'd recommend, for those of you who this is a whole new concept and you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, come back and watch this training again and just kind of pause and think about every single step that I explain. If we're in the coaching industry, rather than trying to guess where we are in the market, like I explained, it's competitive. So let's just go straight to the top. If we can create super sort of strong claim promise with a new mechanism, identifying a micro niche that we can help, that will set us apart more than anything else. And this is not a session about niching, because I'm not going to go into that. This is very much about creating that unique offering. But niching plays a part in that, right? As your space gets more and more saturated, it's really, really an important part. This can't be marketing only. Let me be super clear, right? Because we won't have a sustainable long-term business if it's just words that don't actually follow through. Yeah. So it's got to be more than marketing. But we don't want to be telling people what they don't want to hear. And part of this comes into our coaching, right? But marketing, Deb, plays a big part in this whole thing. It does play a big part. The businesses that are successful are often the best marketers. Yeah. Not necessarily the best coaches. But at the end of the day, if you're not a good coach, if you can't get your client results, you won't have testimonials, you won't have social proof, and your business will not continue to scale. But this is important to get a foot in the door, to actually attract those clients who are willing to choose you, who want to choose you over someone else. Marketing alone is not the solution for a long-term, sustainable, successful business, right? And then A stronger name with an even newer claim could be, like if people are talking, this is only like important, like if you're talking about dating apps, let's say, right? Okay, let me take a step back. So I'll help you find the love of your life in the next 90 days using dating apps. Dating apps have been around for a while, right? So that needs a newer mechanism, right? So then you might say without using dating apps or using dating apps. And then the final stage, the fifth stage, is I help women who are 40 plus. I help 40 plus divorced women to find the love of their life in the next 90 days using a 40 plus dating app. Do you see how you can differentiate yourself from every other dating coach that's out there, or relationship coach that's out there, as you take it to the next level and next level and next level with your offer? If you're a coach, the more you can go down that kind of path to differentiate yourself, the better, right? When identifying your unique how, think about what can you add, additions, what's new? How are you doing business by subtracting without doing something? Or how are you doing business by doing this, this, and this? If I was helping coaches to get clients, I could emphasize my unique how, right? In any one of these ways. I could say, I'll help you to sign up 5 clients in the next 30 days using Facebook groups without cold outreach, by running ads. I'm doing it through Facebook groups, but there's no cold outreach, but then we're going to run ads. Yeah, so that's kind of 3 levels of differences that we're bringing that the next person may not. And then your final methodology or mechanism might be that I help you to sign up 5 clients in the next 30 days using your Facebook group, running ads, and hiring an appointment setter. If I was helping single mums to lose weight, I could emphasize my unique how by saying using eating carbs without giving up the food that you love, but fasting 8 hours a day and taking supplements. It's kind of like you're going into that next level of uniqueness. One last thing to wrap this up in a bow is to name your process, right? Think about how you could name your process to make it memorable, right? So I tried to name a process before when I was giving Michelle the relationship example, and that was really bad, right? What did I say? Improved communication method. God, that sounded boring and terrible, right? So think about what you can call your method. Could it be a system? Is it a method? Is it a formula? Is it an accelerator? Is it a blueprint? Is it what is it? Yeah, and give it a unique name that means something to you, that maybe incorporates some of the things that you're doing, and that will help to set you apart. Ladies, I am going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for being here. Gorgeous ladies, you always give me so much energy to have people to bounce off. I appreciate you so much. I love doing what I do, right? And I love helping women to scale their businesses to multiple 6 figures while keeping their business incredibly simple, whilst enhancing the things that they're already doing, so they do stand out from all their competition and they become, the chosen coaches out there. We are here to have an impact, and obviously to make money as well. And that's what I love to help my clients with. If you like my energy, if you like what I share a lot of free trainings inside of this group. You are welcome to binge them as much as you like. But if you want to take this information to the next level and really look at implementing it in your business with my support, with my feedback, with the tweaking, because nobody gets it right the first time. I don't get it right the first time, right? Sometimes we do get it right the first time when we've got multiple brains coming together and we brainstorm and, we just nail it the first time. But often, there are some tweaks that are required. You rinse and you repeat, and you improve along the way. And so that's what I love to do and help my clients with. So if you feel called to find out more, send me a DM or drop a hashtag support, and I would be honored to have a conversation with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the internet and hopefully talk to some of you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.